A huge million-year-old advanced man-made underground complex existed in the past, according to claims. A new discovery can change everything we know about the age of human civilization. Advanced civilizations were present millions of years ago and created the largest of all buildings ever seen. While most researchers and scholars around the world agree that human civilization emerged some 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, there are numerous discoveries that point to very different past. However, many of these incredible findings have been considered impossible due to the fact that they alter our written history. In recent years, many scholars have begun to look at the history of civilizations on Earth with an open mind. One of these researchers is undoubtedly Dr. Alexander Koltypin, a geologist and director of the Natural Science Research Center at Moscow's International Independent University of Ecology and Politology. During his long career, Dr. Koltypin studied numerous ancient underground structures, mainly in the Mediterranean, and identified numerous similarities between them, which led him to believe that they were connected in some way. But the most amazing thing about this place is that the extreme geological characteristics made him believe that these megastructures were built by an advanced civilization that inhabited the Earth millions of years ago. Archaeologists worked in the region usually date the sites by looking at the settlements located on them or nearby, but these settlements were simply built upon existing prehistoric structures, Koltypin said. When we examined the buildings, none of us, even for a moment, had any doubt that these structures are much older than the ruins of the Canaanite, Philistine, Hebrews, Roman, Byzantine, and Roman cities and colonies, other cities and settlements that are on approximate dates. During his trip to the Mediterranean, Koltypin was able to accurately record the characteristics present in different ancient sites, something that allowed him to compare their similarities and details that tell an incredible alternative story, one that has been firmly rejected by traditional scholars. And while traveling near the Hurvat Burgin ruins in the Andulim Grove Nature Reserve in central Israel, Koltypin remembered a similar feeling when he climbed to the top of the rocky city of Kavuzin in Turkey. Almost a deja vu feeling for Koltypin, and he said, "I was personally convinced once again that all of these rectangular cutouts, artificial underground structures, and megalithic debris scattered everywhere were a part of an underground megalithic complex that collapsed due to erosion," he said. Erosion and mountain formation. In his work, Dr. Koltypin argues that not all parts of the giant complex are located underground. Some are high above the ground, like the ancient stone city of Cappadocia in Turkey, which Koltypin includes in the complex. Koltypin estimates that the deposits of the northern Israel and central Turkey appeared after an erosion of about a few hundred meters. And according, he said, to my estimate, such a depth of erosion could hardly be formed in less than 500,000 years to a million years, Koltypin wrote in his website. He hypothesizes that parts of the complexes were brought to the surface as a result of alpine orogeny, that's mountain formation. And according to his estimates, there is evidence to support that the construction material found in Antalya in Turkey, which Koltypin calls the Cleave site, is up to 1 million years old, although tradition scholars refuse to accept this age, proposing that the place just dates back to the Middle Ages. Koltypin adds that as a result of the Earth's crust moving over the centuries, parts of the underground complex were plunged into the sea. He suggests that the similarities seen in countless megalithic ruins is evidence of a deep connection present in ancient sites that were connected as a giant prehistoric complex. According to Koltypin, numerous megalithic blocks weighed tens of tons that could have directly linked to underground complexes in the distant past. This circumstance gave me a reason to call underground structures and geographical related ruins from cyclopean walls and buildings as a single underground terrestrial megalithic complex, writes Koltypin on his website. And referring to the technological capabilities of these ancients, Koltypin says the stones fit perfectly in some parts without any cement, and the ceiling, columns, arches, doors, and other elements seem to be beyond the work of men with chisels. Adding to the mystery of these incredible sites, Koltypin notes that the structures built in other places like the Romans or other civilizations are completely primitive compared to these very ancient structures. And this is on MRU. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.